Hello, I am Mac, at least for today, and everything's going to be okay. I'm really excited about today's video because today we're going to be going over the roadmap for NuNet. Now, if you haven't seen my previous videos, NuNet is a decentralized cloud computing platform that allows anyone to monetize their computing power, data, applications, or use cloud computing services. Now, quick disclaimer, this video is not promotional, nor is it investment advice. It is purely for informational purposes only. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. All right, so this is the NuNet development roadmap. So this little graphic here gives us a quick overview of the roadmap. The left is the market milestones. So NTX on testnet, NTX launch, that's where we are now. The NTX token, cryptocurrency that's used to buy and sell services on NuNet, has launched. And then there's going to be the SDAO, Singularity DAO, which is one of NuNet's partners, will create a multi-token bridge according to this. Token utility deployed, so in the future we'll start to be able to buy and sell services on NuNet. Full Cardano integration. So right now the NTX token is on the Ethereum blockchain, but by this time, according to this roadmap, it'll be for full Cardano integration. Another thing I should say is you should always take roadmaps as tentative. Times can always be pushed back. Development, you don't always know for sure how long it's going to take things to develop. So I would say don't take these dates as absolute promises. Just as a general rule of thumb, you should always think of roadmaps as guidelines and not laws, because things could always take longer than the developers are thinking. But anyway, full Cardano integration, the Cardano blockchain, which will be a very, very good thing. I may talk in another video about the advantages over Cardano versus Ethereum. But NTX mining, people who start providing computing power and such will get to earn extra NTX through NTX mining. And then NTX cross-chain utility. All right, and then in the middle, we have major development milestones. So proof of concept, minimum viable product, and now private alpha. This is where we are right now. We're in the private alpha. We've got the minimum viable product in that people can put connect their computers to NuNet and start providing computing power. And there's also some test applications that people can run on NuNet as well, but it's just private alpha and nobody can earn the NTX token yet for providing computing power or pay it in order to receive the services. But then the public alpha, we'll read more details about what the public alpha is in the other information. And yeah, public alpha is supposed to start between January and April 2022. And then the beta is sometime in 2023. And then possibly by 2024, we'll have the post-beta release. But again, like I said, always take roadmaps as kind of a tentative plan, and dates could always be pushed back. On the right here, we have Ntx Payment Gateway. That's coming soon. We'll be able to start buying and selling services with NTX, and then AGIX to NTX. So AGIX is the token of Singularity Net. NuNet, I don't think I've talked about this before. NuNet is a spin-off project of Singularity Net. So is Singularity DAO. They're all partners, but they are kind of their own entities. But they are partnering together and supporting each other. So Singularity Next token, AGIX, will be convertible to NTX for use on their different networks. And then community developer program launch. And then we've got alpha quarter 1 through 4, kind of in the 2022 region. And then beta quarter 1 through quarter 4 in like 2023. All right, let's go over more details here. Development milestones, proof of concept. The NuNet platform demo application showcases a simple business logic where two Singularity Net containers are connected into a single workflow. It also introduced the NuNet network status page, which is intended to show all machines connected to the NuNet network and telemetry of each process executed on the platform. For more, see. I'll go over these in another video. We'll do videos on like the white paper and other blogs that explain the structure of how the NuNet network is, but not right now. Minimum viable products. So first working prototype of the fake news warning. That's one of the applications that are available now. I'll do a video showing how to download and use the fake news warning browser extension, calling the back end running Singularity Net services. For more, see these other things. Private alpha. Alpha includes all fundamental building blocks of the NuNet platform. Automatic AI services deployment on private and public machines. So that's, I've done a couple of videos on how to connect your computer to start providing computing power on NuNet. Dynamic workflow construction, internal tokenomics. I did a video last week about the tokenomics. Process tracking, new device onboarding procedure, and scripts for Linux boxes. Point-to-point communication between all onboard machines and tooling for developers and contributors. For more, see all these things, which we'll go over in another video. We are distinguishing private and public alphas because we are releasing the private alpha before the token launch. Yep, like I said, and then public alpha a while after. So right now we're in private alpha and the token launch has happened, but we're waiting on the public alpha to start. Therefore, while both include all basic building blocks, private uses private blockchain and demo tokens. So we're using a private testnet version of Ethereum, so it's not real money. While public uses fully functional and fungible tokens on public blockchain. In a few months after the NTX token launch, NuNet will augment private alpha with payment gateways and launch the community developer program for eventually reaching public alpha. So then, yeah, the Ntx Payment Gateway. So in the private alpha, Ntx tokens is enabled, but only on privately run blockchain for texting purposes. And then Ntx Payment Gateway will allow consumers and developers to compensate for computing resources directly with NuNet tokens minted on the mainnet. So like I said, that is something that's in development and hopefully we'll get soon. And then, yeah, AGIX to NTX Gateway, which I explained, direct and automatic conversion from AGIX to NTX and possibly vice versa, in order for Singularity Net's AI services to be able to pay for their own compute resources in an autonomous manner. So that's pretty cool. Community developer program launch. A crucial aspect of NuNet development after launch is healthy and vibrant community of developers, building applications and contributing to the platform development. Test providers operating in the test network for compute resources and test users. Private alpha includes developer tooling and access to platform level debugging information. Public alpha will encompass full-fledged developer program for bootstrapping sustainable developer community within Singularity Net ecosystem. I think that's very important because like I said, not only can you provide computing power and data for NuNet, but you can also run applications that if you allow others to use them, you can get compensated for the utility, the the fact that people are using your application. You're making the network more useful by providing an application that other people want to use, and then you're getting compensated for that by providing a useful service on NuNet. So I think it's very important that that community developer program builds so that we get more use and utility on the NuNet network. Public alpha will encompass all fundamental blocks that are in private alpha, plus Ntx Payment Gateway, AGIX to Ntx Gateway, and Community Developer Program. After release, public alpha will develop towards beta via quarterly updates as described below. Note the precise deliverables and their timing may considerably change due to development uncertainty and future settings. So like I said, always take roadmaps as tentative because timing may change because you don't always know how long it's going to take to develop something. So I'm just going to briefly go over all of these quarterly things. So Alpha Quarter 1, porting NuNet Spark contracts from Solidity. Solidity is what the Ethereum blockchain is written in, to Plutus, which is what is one of the types of scripts that the Cardano network works. So, basically porting NuNet to Cardano. And then adding additional hardware devices, that's very important. We've actually already added Raspberry Pi. I did a video on how to, well, I don't have a Raspberry Pi, but I showed in a video that a new update had been added that would allow someone with a Raspberry Pi to run on NuNet. GPU clusters is something that's coming in the future. We definitely want to be able to use our GPU computing power. Basic data provision framework integration from Ocean Protocol, which is another partner. Data persistence, so we're going to need some way to store data. Singularity Net marketplace integration, yeah, we've kind of talked about that. Alpha Quarter 2, Singularity Net is an AI, is a big AI project, which, like I said, is kind of the parent that these other projects, Singularity DAO and NuNet, have spin off of. See, Quarter 2, security system fundamentals. Security is very important. We definitely want to have security on the network. Hardware devices, so adding more devices that can provide computing power. 3 to 5 community application development incubation. So I talked about the community developer program. So by Alpha Quarter 2 in 2022, we would like to have 3 to 5 applications that people are putting onto NuNet. Direct API-based transactions and token gateways between NuNet, Singularity Net, and data provisioning framework. Alpha Quarter 3, generic third-party data and compute provider gateway. So I won't try to explain what that is. I might say the wrong thing. Topology API and compute to data framework. Quarter 4, standalone NuNet dashboard for NuNet consumers and device providers, include wallet and hardware fleet management capabilities. So yeah, we definitely want to have a better user interface so that we can see what's going on. Right now in the private alpha, there's very little information to tell us, how our compute power is working, if it's working well or not. So we definitely want a dashboard that shows us data on how well things are going. Useful work-based NuNet token minting on all integrated blockchains, Ethereum and Cardano. Production level security, end-to-end encryption, that's another part of security, of calls to the platform, computing process isolation. All right, and then the beta, which is supposed to be in like 2023. Most importantly, beta features the full NuNet internal tokenomics, payment channels, and useful work-based NTX mining, testing during private alpha development, and enabled cross Ethereum and Cardano mainnets. Platform beta is geared for executing scalable and high bandwidth workflows in near production mode for development of user-facing applications. So beta Quarter 1, gateways to external wallets like Brave browser wallet. Ooh, that's cool. Implementation of different compute pricing models, implementation and exposure of the API for training and machine learning modules by Singularity Net. Beta Quarter 2, additional hardware device support like mobile phones. That's very important. We want to be able to provide computing power with mobile phones. Negotiations API for peer-to-peer interactions between AI services, computing nodes, and enabled computing engines. at least 1 to 2 working applications deployed on NuNet platform and NTX to AGIX gateway. So yeah, the community developer program will want at least 1 to 2 more applications by beta quarter 2. Beta quarter 3, additional hardware devices, wearables. So I don't know for sure, but I think by wearables it means things like Apple Watches and Fitbits, things like that. So providing computing power with those, that's interesting. Although I could be wrong. Maybe that's not what it means by wearables, but maybe. Pretty exciting that all these different devices will be able to provide computing power to NuNet. Reputation API and native NuNet reputation systems. So I won't go into what the reputation system is, but that will be important for, you know, making sure things are reliable and providers are reliable. Intelligent computing workflows orchestration by AIDSL. AIDSL is a domain-specific language. I think, I'm not really technical, I don't understand a lot of this stuff, but I think it's something that allows different AI programs to communicate to each other. Yeah, leveraging negotiations API and reputations API. Traceability, provenance, and privacy API. Yeah, lots of technical stuff here that I can't really elaborate on because I don't really understand it myself. Hopefully we'll understand more of it in the future. Then an additional 1 to 2 applications from the community developer program. Quarter 4, cross-chain NTX support, integration of data stream processing framework, and then even more 1 to 2 applications from the community developer program. Post-beta release, production-ready NuNet platform support deployment, execution and scaling of Singularity Net's AI services, data provision frameworks and complex computational workflows, maintenance and continuous evolution of the platform by onboarding new device types, enabling operating systems, and growing the network of decentralized hardware providers towards full functionality described in the platform white paper. And like I said, I'll go over the platform white paper in a video in the future. And this, I think, just kind of goes over it again, market milestones, NTX on testnet, NTX launch, SDAL multi-token bridge, token utility deployed, full Cardano integration. And then NTX mining, I'd like to read about that because I'm really interested in it. As part of platform beta release, NuNet will launch usage-based NTX mining functionality, which will enable all blockchain-like value dynamics of the network, rewarding hardware providers for precise amounts of verified compute extended via NuNet. From this point onwards, NuNet will have a fully operational and internal tokenomics, which will allow transferring tokens directly to compute providers or via AGIX gateway on behalf of Singularity Net AI services, mining new NTX tokens and rewarding compute providers on the basis of the amount of verified useful compute work on the platform, optional ability to stake NTX for guaranteeing the computational power commitments of compute providers, optional NTX lending market for covering staking needs. Interesting. NuNet internal tokenomic mechanics and incentives listed above will be thoroughly tested in community testnet during period between public alpha and launch of the beta launch. NTX cross-chain utility as part of the post-beta release, NuNet will enable NTX token utility mining on other blockchains besides Ethereum and Cardano. Ooh, so there's going to be even more blockchains besides just those two. This will make NTX token truly cross-chain and pave a way to integrate on tokenomics level with most third-party distributed computing and storage frameworks available on the network. Wow. Very ambitious, very exciting roadmap, and I'm very excited about it. Like I said, I've done videos about how to start providing computing power on NuNet, and in the future, we'll be able to start being compensated for that. But yeah, really exciting, and I'm really looking forward to the next couple of years as NuNet develops. But anyway, I have been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything's going to be okay.